And Nico, if you could please make me an admin as well.
Sure.
Oh, wow, we are a big family today. This is exciting. So guys, I have built this for you guys with I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 9. I've always had really successful businesses that have won awards around the world. I've always built businesses that I made sure that created an impact, but always had profit. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys. How can you manage your finances? And you can still have a fixed side income and as maybe a part-time job, but how can you have a side income that just gives you all of the freedom so you can achieve all of your goals? So today's presentation, let me just see how many slides we have. So today's presentation has, oh my God, it has 99 slides. If anyone wants a copy of any of these slides, just let me know. Just send me a message at the end and I can send them through to you. And also we are recording today's session so you guys can watch it as many times as possible. Let me just enable, Nico, I'll need you to enable everybody as they come in to admit them in. And then we will get.
Can you switch back the host to me? Because apparently there's only one host. So when I made you, it kicked me out as a host.
Okay, so then for that reason, I need you to. Okay, do I have sharing right? Yes, I do. Cool, awesome. Cool, guys. So we have 99 slides and 1 hour for me to go through it. Just so you guys know as well, I did come to Australia on a student visa a long time ago, so I've gone through the same experience as most of you guys are going through. And I just wanted to say that absolutely everything you want to achieve is possible. Doesn't matter what visa you're in, as long as you're working really hard towards your goal, you'll be able to achieve all of your goals. So today we're going to be talking about finance for students and how can you generate more revenue so that you can achieve all of your goals. So these are the key topics I'm going to be sharing with you guys. First one is growth mindset. First of it, you need to be able to believe. Second is the importance of separating your personal finance and your business finance, and also knowing where you're starting from a personal side. How to turn what you love into an income, how to plan your growth, and also how do we control time equals money and money equals time? And at the end of the day, your time is worth more than money. So we're going to be talking about that. Some low risk extra income strategies, and also how to set SMART goals so that you can increase your revenue, because if we don't have goals, we don't know how we're going to get there and we can't progress, and also celebrate our wins along the way. So growth mindset, topic number 1. Let's get started. I love this quote. Whether you believe you can do a thing or not, you are right. So first thing is for you to wake up every day, and every time you make any action, every time you create something, is think of it as a winner. Think of it, yes, you will achieve everything as possible. And honestly, I've mentored a lot of international students into $1 million businesses within less than a year. So it is super possible. And now that we're all online, it's even easier. And I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. Money is absolutely everywhere. So even now during COVID that everybody just goes, oh, but where's the money going? The money does not evaporate. It does not disappear. It's just going from the hands of one person to another. So you need to now create a plan on how do you want to capture it and what is it that you want? So what systems, what strategy are you going to put in place? So if I'm thirsty, I need to drink water. I need to buy the bottle of water. So the water bottle business is going to get richer. If I need coffee all day long, because I'm all day creating things on Zoom and had to have a lot of energy, the coffee maker, the supermarket, the person that sold me the mug is getting my money and keeping it. So how do you now identify opportunities so that you can get this money for you? And remember, money is everywhere. So growth mindset. But before we organize your extra income, your new income, it's very important for us to look at your personal finance. So step 1, before we look outside in the world, is you have to work on yourself. And my recommendation when we're looking at personal finance, it's kind of like oxygen mask, right? We've all been on airplanes, and when we get on the plane, the first thing the pilot always says to us is, in case of emergency, you put your mask first, and then of your loved ones, and then you help the other ones. And until you can't protect yourself, you're not going to be able to create extra income. Because if you don't have a solid foundation, you will stress, you will lose the strategy, lose the step by step, and it will all fall apart. So please look after yourself first. And how are you going to do that? So today, right after we finish this workshop, please make a list of all of your weekly expenses. How much do you spend on rent, on food, on transport, on mobile, internet, any subscriptions that you have, on your studies, going on holidays, gym, entertainment? How much money do you need to be able to survive? So what is the bare minimum? Because at the end of the day, we all need food, we need a house, we need internet, we need our phones. So what is the bare minimum you need to be able to survive? Then you're going to have to set up one of these two strategies. These are two strategies that I've used over the years. One of them is, if you're going to full-time be running your business, is, do I have enough savings for the next 6 months? So work mega hard so that you've got enough savings for the next 6 months so you can super focus on creating this business for extra income so you can win everything you want. Or option 2 is, how much side income do I need to have flowing? So am I going to continue working at the coffee shop, at the supermarket? Am I going to continue working at reception or at a hotel? It doesn't matter. But you're either, if you don't have the first 6 months of savings to cover this bare minimum, you will need to use option 2, which is absolutely fine as well, which is maybe work 2 days of the week and negotiate with your boss that you're going to super achieve, and all your boss needs is 2 days of the week so that you can have all of these expenses. So don't jump into starting something until you know you have a foundation. Why do I say that? Because once you have the foundation, you'll be able to make better business decisions. You'll be able to sleep and stress less. You'll be able to focus, and you'll be able to know that you've got 6 months for you to achieve all of your business goals. And I am telling you, you're going to be able to achieve much more than you planned. But first, you need to have the foundation so you cannot stress. Because if you start making business decisions on stress based on the fact that you don't have money for next day's rent, your business is going to crash. Your clients are going to see it. Your customers, when you make the social media post, you're going to be so stressed, you're going to make mistakes on it. So first, my suggestion is decide on either one of these. Have enough savings to cover the bare minimum of your costs. Maybe move into a smaller house. Maybe share your bedroom with someone else, put an extra bed and rent it out. Maybe move onto the sofa of your living room and rent out your room. There's nothing wrong with that. All of us as entrepreneurs, we started in a garage or in a TV room or our parents' room. We've all started spending the least amount possible in our living expenses, but you're going to have to make a decision that is comfortable for you, so that you spend the least amount possible so you can save the next 6 months, or you continue having a part-time job for a few days of the week that covers your cost, and then the rest you can focus on your business. Then I 1000% recommend you guys to create a separate bank account. One is your personal bank account that you pay for your rent, for your mobile, for McDonald's, for going out with friends. And another one is your business bank account. So from today onwards, everything is spent. If you hire a graphic designer, if you use a bus ticket, create even a different Opal card. So if you're going to go into the city for a coffee meeting, you use your business. If you're going to go into the city to go to your school, you use your other Opal card. So divide your life into 2 lives, business and personal, and for tax reasons and many other reasons. And also, so you need to start having boundaries between your personal life and your business life. I super 1000% recommend you guys also to read this book. I saw it for sale at Woolworths last week, or you can get this book, get the audio book on YouTube, and you can get the 10-minute version for free. It doesn't matter. But this book teaches you how to keep your costs as low as possible, how to save, how to manage money in Australia. This is the best finance book I've ever read in Australia. And I'm surprised that the rest of the world doesn't know about this book. So go now, type in Barefoot Investor on YouTube and save the recording, and you can listen to some just summary version. But 1000% save it. Cool. So step number 1 is that we now know that we're going to be able to achieve all of our goals. So we've rewired our brain to go, money is everywhere, and I'm going to capture some of that. Doesn't matter the product and service you're offering, there's always someone in the world that wants to buy from us. Now, the next is, how do we turn what we love into an income? This is a secret formula. So it takes 2 seconds to make it. What is it that you love doing? that you're absolutely amazing at, that the world super needs and they can pay you for because you're so good at it? Do you love baking triple chocolate brownies and you're amazing at it? People will pay you because it's absolutely delicious, and who doesn't like brownies? And the world needs. Who doesn't have a coffee with a little dessert every day? I do. So what is it that you love doing? So are you great at maths? Great. Can you get paid to teach maths to kids? Do mothers need maths teachers for the kids? Absolutely. Do you love gardening? Great. Are you great at it? Amazing. Can you get paid to do someone's garden? Does the world need gardeners? Yes, I don't know how to do my garden. I need to hire a gardener. Now, if you ask my brother, he will do the garden himself. So my brother is not your ideal customer, but I am. So it's whatever is the easiest thing for you to do that requires the least amount of effort. Make a list of everything that you love doing, that you're great at, that people will pay and the world needs. And that is your business idea right here in the middle. So when we build businesses, we don't just build business based on an opportunity. We need to have the skills, we need to enjoy it, and we need to be able to get paid for it. There's many things that I love doing, but I'm not going to get paid for it because I don't have a license. Like you can say, I love helping people and I love making people not get sick. Are you a doctor? Are you great at it? Can you get paid? No, if you don't have a medical degree, you can't work in this space. So you need to be very realistic. What is it that you love doing, that you're great at, that you can get paid, that the world needs? And I love this quote as well. It says, the two most important days of our lives are the day that we were born and the day we find out why. And when you do this activity, you'll be able to see what are the lists that you're great at doing, that the world needs, that you super enjoy, but most importantly, you need to be able to get paid for. And again, rewire your brain to everything is possible. What can I do that the world needs that they're going to pay me for? Next, business model versus revenue model. So we've progressed from understanding we can do anything to understanding what is it that we love doing that the world needs. Now, how am I going to operate this? How am I going to make this work? And how am I going to make money? So a business model is not a business plan. A business model is pretty much the way that you're adding value to your customers. Remember, we looked at what problem are you solving that the world needs and they're going to pay you? What is it that you're doing that will generate value for your customers? Now, we started a new financial year. Everybody needs to speak to an accountant. So if you're great at numbers and you've got an accounting degree, you're adding value because people need an accountant. I understand finance, but I can't do my tax return by myself. I need an accountant. I pay for that service, and the accountant gives me the value of doing my accountancy needs, my tax returns, my BAS statements, and so forth. So if you fail to plan, you're absolutely planning on failing. So you need to have a plan for everything you're doing. So how are you going to make money? Are you going to sell services? So your business model is going to be, are you a lawyer, online teaching, bookkeeper? These are services. Is your business model, you're going to be a retailer? You're going to start a supermarket chain? Are you going to start a franchise? So what is your business model? Very important for us to think. And start small. Brick and mortar, are you going to need a physical space? Are you going to start an e-commerce? Are you going to be a distributor? Are you going to have bricks and clicks when people find you on a store and then you get it delivered? Or the other way, clicks and bricks. You can go and pick up your food at the supermarket. Nickel and dime. Are you going to be the cheapest in the market like Jetstar? But then when you need to carry a suitcase, you pay extra. When you're hungry in the flight, you pay extra. Are you going to start the freemium model? When you start for free, and as soon as the customers need more features, you start charging them. Is your business model a subscription where you build a community and every month people get access to the product or service you are offering? Netflix offers movies. HelloFresh offers us food every week or every month. How are you going to operate? What is your business model? How are you adding value? People need entertainment, boom, Netflix. Kids need entertainment, boom, Disney. Or adults, I guess. People need food. HelloFresh. Subscription model gets to your house online or face-to-face, physical, done, solved problem. Online marketplace, peer-to-peer platform like Airbnb and Uber. Service, are you doing a service tech company? A high-touch hairdresser, people need them. Nail salon, you can't do it online. Or a low-touch business such as SurveyMonkey, that people sign up and it's just so quick that you automatically put your credit card and no one even questions because they give you so much value for such little money that people just click and they automatically buy. My recommendation to you guys is no matter what business you're going into, have at least 3 business models. So look at everything we already looked at and can you build a freemium model, a subscription model? Could you have a peer-to-peer platform for your product and service? So have at least 3 different business models interconnected. I'll give you guys an example. Over in the Philippines once, I heard about this business model that I thought it was genius. If you start a business, you need graphic design, but you don't need a full-time graphic designer. And it's really hard working with freelancers. So what these genius entrepreneurs created was a subscription graphic design business that you would sign up and you would get 10 pieces of artwork every month for $100. So that means you've got guaranteed a graphic designer for you and you know it only costs you $100. And if you only use 8, that's fine. And if you need 12, you just pay extra. But it made sure that that business had an ongoing income because every customer paid them $100 a month for 10 pieces of artwork. So can you see how they disrupted the design industry? Instead of being buy a piece of artwork or buy the hour or project, they build a subscription. So look at how you can innovate because that's when you're going to win. And this is why we've seen companies like Airbnb and Uber. Uber, biggest car company in the world, owns 0 cars. Airbnb, the biggest accommodation and business in the world, owns no houses. And this is what you need to do with your business. Be creative, mix and match different business models. And what makes the business successful? Financial sustainability. So you need to have a business model that is structured. So you've got an interesting business model that adds a lot of value to your customers, but most importantly, it needs a financial sustainability. So you need more money coming in and staying in your bank account than going out in expenses. Now let's look at revenue model. A revenue model is simple. It's how you're going to make money, full stop. And a business needs to make money. If you don't have revenue, you don't have a business. I meet people every day and they go, I have a business. I'm like, you have customers? No. I have a business. Do you have conversions on your website? No. If you don't have money coming in, if you don't have paying customers, you're a dreamer. You need to go from dreamer to doer. How are you going to convert these customers in? So what revenue models can you think of? So close your eyes and just go, how can I make money for my business? What are the different ways? And again, mix and match at least 3 of these that I'm going to show you. Service model, like we saw with the hairdresser. I need to get a haircut. Boom. I go to the hairdresser and they offer me that service. Product model. I need a new iPhone. Great. I go in and I buy the product. As soon as I paid for the product, I have the product in front of me. Then we have the commission. So how do I get paid? Every time I sell a flight, the flight company, the airline gives me a percentage. Let me just move this. Licensing model. So we've seen like with Calvin Klein, where they license the designers' names to make underwear, jeans, perfume. We've seen so many perfumes, so many fashion businesses. And even like the collaborations on Instagram that we see with the influencers. Arbitrage revenue model. So it's when you sell the same product at a higher price. Like we used to hear about hundreds of years ago with the Silk Roads, that people used to get on a horse and travel from one side of Europe to the Middle East, buy things and sell it at a higher price. It's absolutely fine to do that, which we've been seeing with people doing with the drop shipping currently. Whoa. Let me just go back. Then rent and lease. Could you rent a couple of houses in Sydney and lease it to other people as a revenue? It is a business. People need somewhere to live. They need an office to rent. Subscription, like we've seen. So software as a service, like we've seen with a few options today. It could be Netflix, the HelloFresh model. Can you have an ongoing income? Advertising, another great way. If you're driving a lot of traffic to your Instagram page or your website, or I don't know, you can have somewhere you're doing mugs in your office and you can have someone else's logo so that your customers see this person's advertising, you can get paid for that. Crowdfunding campaign is another great way of raising funds for your business. Interest-based revenue, what banks do to us. You borrow money and you pay an interest rate. Or donations. You could set up on a student visa, instead of setting up a business, you can set up a charity and survive off donations. There's a business that I love in Sydney called Lentils over in Newtown. And you go there and everybody serves you with so much love and so much passion and such delicious food. And then you eat, and after you've eaten, you make a donation on how much money you want to pay for the bowl of food that you've received. So maybe you could be creative. You can have American burgers by donation only, and a percentage goes towards a charity. So these are different ways of you making money. So we've got business model, how we operate and add value. People need a haircut. Revenue model is I'm charging for my service. So two different things that one needs to complement the other to create the financial sustainability. So you always have more money coming in than going out. A book that I love and I can lend to you guys, I've got it at our campus, is called The Six Thinking Hats by Edward de Bono. And it teaches you how to be creative on everything in life, from a marketing campaign to business model, revenue model, but looking at it from different perspective. How would you make a decision based on facts, emotions, benefits, ideas, planning, and judgment? How do you make it? You make a decision. How would you sell a coffee mug if you're a Steve Jobs, if you were your grandmother, if you're a little 5-year-old cousin? Can you see how they would look at the product from a different point of view? So how can you do the same for all problems and all solutions in your business and all growth strategies? Your next step is to realize that time is money and money is time. So how do you as a student, or how do you as a worker create more money with the time that you have in your hands? Let's look at an example. I had Zara contacted me on Instagram yesterday saying that she was going to join today's webinar. So she told me that she's in the yoga industry. So I'm like, okay, let me talk about yoga so I can give her some ideas. So please, guys, just send me your ideas afterwards on Instagram and I can give you some tips on your business. But I'll help Zara today. So Zara probably gets paid $100 an hour to teach a yoga class inside a studio. And you might go, wow, Zara's on a student visa and she makes $100 an hour. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, she's never going to be rich. Because for her to make $100 an hour, if she teaches just one class in the morning, she needs to wake up early, drive or jump in an Uber or get on a bus, carry her yoga mat, pay for parking, get herself a coffee. And she will teach for an hour, but maybe it takes her an hour and a half to get there and an hour and a half to go to her next class. So if she's wasting an hour and a half to get there, an hour and a half to get back, and then she teaches for an hour, she's not making $100 an hour. She's probably making under $20 an hour once you add up the amount of time she lost and the expenses for her to get to the yoga studio. Now, remember we spoke about time is money and money is time? Let's look at Zara. Imagine if Zara taught us yoga online and she can teach one class after another, giving herself maybe a 20-minute break. So she's gone from making $100 an hour to now for just $20 per client and getting 20 clients, she can make $400 an hour on a student visa. Doing what she loves, because no yoga teacher is a yoga teacher without loving it. Zara is great at yoga. She loves yoga. The world needs yoga and the world can pay her for yoga. So she sticks all of those 4 boxes. So she's gone from earning $100 an hour to now $400 an hour, and she can grow back to back from one class to another because she no longer needs to travel. She's doing it online. But I want to help Zara make even more money. So imagine if Zara created a subscription model where clients don't pay $20 for one class. They pay $20 per month, and she records her class, and she not only does live classes, but every time she finishes a live class, she downloads that recording and puts it on her platform. So now when I sign up, I know that Zara every day at 8 a.m. gives me a class. But on top of that, I can watch the other 100 classes Zara has recorded on different yoga poses. If Zara has 400, so every customer, she gets 20 customers, and every customer she pays her $20, she's making $400. If we time it by 12 months, that's 4,800. And if Zara is able to get 20 new clients a month, in 12 months from now, she's guaranteed $57,000 by working 1 hour a day in the yoga class. And that's if she's recording the yoga class, because she could always record and have it as an ongoing. Can you see? We've gone from $100 to $57,000. Now, I want to help Zara make even more money. So imagine if Zara creates a wellness festival, finds sponsors and sells tickets and makes $10,000. Super doable. If Zara focuses, she can probably make $100,000. Imagine if Zara does yoga workshops and she teaches other yoga lovers on how to practice yoga by themselves, but also how to teach other people. She can easily make $10,000 a day. Imagine if Zara creates yoga mats and rollers and bolsters with her own branding. She can make easily $10,000, I would say at least $100,000 a year. And imagine once COVID is over, Zara organizes every 2 months a yoga resort weekend. And she can make $10,000 a weekend. And she still makes this money, sells the workshop for teacher training, sells her merchandise, her customers come to her festival, and her customers still, let's go back, pay for the subscription. And they might even go, Zara, I love your work. Can I pay you $100 and you do one-on-one support for me? And so she can start charging maybe not 100, but 1,000 if she's so good at it. And she can take it to the next level. If in the workshops she's teaching people how to run class and she's got this exclusive technique because she's great at what she does and people are paying her for it, she could potentially even franchise, like McDonald's done with food. She can franchise a yoga studio or yoga classes where she gets a cut out of everyone else's sale that's been trained under her brand. Can you see how we've gone from student mentality of, wow, I'm earning $100 an hour, but technically earning less than 20 once you consider expenses and time wasted, to earning unlimited. I've put $1 billion here, but you can earn as much money as you want. So again, growth mindset, do what you love, build a disruptive, innovative business model, have a unique revenue model with multiple sources of money coming in, as we can see, and have fun along the way. And remember, money is everywhere. Right now, everybody's online, easy to reach them. Cooking class, yoga class, language class, assessment class. Teach people how to do the assessments better. So if your classmates are struggling, just go, cool, I'll charge you guys $15 each. We'll do a Zoom call and I'll teach you guys how you can get better grades in your assessments. Perfect. You've just helped your friends and you've made money in return, and your friends don't want to fail. So them paying $15 to get your advice is better than them failing and having to buy a new subject at university worth thousands of dollars. My book recommendation for this section is an amazing book called The 4-Hour Work Week, where it teaches you how to manage your time to get better results. Next, you're probably going, okay, how can I create extra income in the least amount of risk possible? Because yes, you're studying full-time, you've got a part-time job, you've got a boyfriend or girlfriend, you want to go out and run around the opera house, you want to speak to your family back home. So time is money. So how can I create extra income with the minimum amount of risk? My recommendation is always think as big as possible, but start as small as possible and test it out. So I love, every time I'm launching a new business, I love doing market research and using platforms like Facebook. So say I am launching a coffee business and I want to do a special African blend. Go on coffee groups and ask people, how much are they paying for coffee? What is the favorite coffee bean from what country in Africa? Do they like it more roasted or more more of a cacao feel or more of a bitter feel? Do they want like an aftertaste like the Colombian coffee or the Brazilian coffee for their African blend? What is it? How much are they willing to pay? How can you reach them? How can you start building the database and validate? I'll give you guys an example. We had a student once who wanted to start this dulce de leche business. Dulce de leche is kind of like the Nutella of Latin America. In Australia, we have about 130,000 Latin Americans. So she identified that there was no one selling this delicious Latin American Nutella, and everybody loves it. So what do? Before we went out and bought thousands of products, took photos, built a factory, we went on Facebook and we asked people, who likes this dessert? Who misses this dessert? Who wants to buy it? And how much would you pay for it? And we thought we were going to be selling the jars for $5. It turns out people were willing to pay us $18 for this. From that data that we collected, we saved people's phone numbers and emails because we asked them to fill it out in a form, and we said, we're launching a dulce de leche business. If you want to be the first one to find out, let us know. And what happens? Every time we would produce it, we would sell out. Because before we wasted our time and money, we validated that people wanted it, built a database. So by the time we launched, it was just a natural success. This is the whole concept of think big. I want to build the best dessert business in the world, but start as small as possible. Then we need to look at your pricing strategy. How much are you going to sell this product for? Because depending on how much you sell the product for, you're going to make different amounts of money. Let's watch this video. I saw this video 2 days ago on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, let me save it for today's masterclass.
To show you how to be a millionaire. Are you ready? There's two ways. The first way is you've got a one-time product. 5,000 people buy a $200 product, or only 250 people buy a $4,000 product. The second way is what we call a subscription. People are buying monthly. So you've got a $17 product, sell it to 5,000 people for 12 months. Or you've got a $167 product and you sell it to 500 people for 12 months. So are you using your time wisely so that one of these things can happen? And which way seems more feasible to you?
Can you see? What I'm talking about is not rocket science.
to
Everybody knows about it. Everybody that owns a business and has a lot of money has implemented these strategies. So now the next thing is for you to think, what is your pricing strategy? You want to make $1 million? Are you going to look for one customer that pays you $1 million? There's services and products that cost over $1 million. Are you going to have to create get two clients and each one of them pays you $500,000? Or are you going to look for 1 million customers and each one of them pays you $1? What is your pricing strategy? How are you adding value? And why should you charge that price? So you need to build a strategy, not just on how much money you want to make, but also how do you want to position yourself? Because pricing is crucial for your business. I see so many people making the mistake of charging less than the competitor to win, and then they go bankrupt. Because the more they sell, the more money they lose because they're selling under the cost of delivery. So that's very dangerous. So steps and tips on how you can price your product. So first is you need to calculate the cost. How much does it cost you to deliver? Zara's yoga class, how much does it cost her to manage her Instagram, do paid ads, have a yoga mat, have a fast internet connection, have a beautiful room where she can do it in a safe environment that feels very professional? Manufacturing, the marketplace, the market condition, your brand, your tax, the quality of your product, you're going to have to factor all of that. The same way that at the beginning of today, we looked at your personal finances, make a list of all of your expenses and include your salary because you need to get paid so you can cover your cost. Then you need to think, how do you want to be positioned in the market? How are your competitors positioned? And what is your ability to supply? So if the student of ours sold too much of this Latin American, so say she sold 1 million dessert jars in a week. Can she supply the demand? Absolutely not. So how much can you supply, or else you can mess up the relationship with your customers and they'll go to somewhere else. So also when you're building your pricing strategy, it's good to look at it from a marketing perspective. So how do you want to look? A Louis Vuitton handbag, is it worth $10,000? Absolutely not. But when you buy that, it makes you feel like you've achieved in life, that you can afford anything. And girls buy $10,000 handbags because it's part of the marketing experience. It's a Louis Vuitton. How much does it cost Louis Vuitton to make that bag? I can guarantee you less than $100. But they build a marketing, like Tiffany's built a marketing around the jewelry, like Tesla has built a marketing around the cars. So what is your marketing objective? So you've got different ways. The cost plus pricing, so how much does it cost? And you add a little bit of profit, and that's your pricing strategy. Then you have the charge by hour, like we see with a lot of lawyers, accountants, migration agents doing for us. Competition-based pricing. What is everyone else charging? And you charge more or less the same, making sure that you still have a profit because we need to have more money coming in than going out. Then the other one is the value pricing. So how much value are you actually adding? I'll give you guys an example. A friend of mine once was going through a divorce and he decided to get the cheapest lawyer. His ex-wife took all of his money away. So having the best lawyer in town, he can charge you everything, might mean you're saving millions of dollars. If you have the best migration agent, might mean that once you've finished your studies in Australia, you can have your dream visa of staying in Australia. If you get a cheap migration agent, a cheap divorce lawyer, if you get a very cheap, bad personal trainer, you're not going to be able to achieve your goals. Next, premium pricing. People are paying for the quality and performance of your service. Penetration pricing, when you go into the market with the smallest price possible to get everybody's attention. And we see that a new yogurt, a new chocolate into the market. Skimming pricing. So that's when you go in and you launch at the highest price so people just go, wow, that coffee is so expensive. It must be the best. And that's when the way that you win the market, because you just got a high price initially that attracts the trust of the community. Loss leader pricing is when you absolutely undercharge. A friend of mine started a business that's now the biggest beverage business of Australia. And he started by doing that. Every time he sold a can, he knew he was losing money, but he was to get the momentum until people got so addicted to drinking his drinks that now he's one of the most expensive products in the supermarket. But his deal with Woolworths, Coles, and 7-Eleven initially was that he was going to be the cheapest in the market so that everybody got addicted to his drinks and would carry it everywhere they went. So price is what you pay. Value is what you get. So what are you selling and what value are you solving for your customers? Remember at the beginning, we spoke about do what you love, that you're great at, that you can get paid for and the world needs. What does the world need? What value are you adding to people's lives? And finally, is setting SMART goals. You need to go, how am I going to organize my finance? How am I going to set these goals so that I can progress towards getting all of them? So a goal needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So you can say, I am starting a soccer training school and I want to have 50 customers in the next 2 months. It's specific, measurable, achievable, maybe on Zoom because we're in lockdown in Sydney. It's relevant. People need activities to keep them busy, to feel good, to join a community, and it's time-bound. In the next 12 months, the next 2 months, I will have 50 customers, and I will charge every customer $10 a class. So it's very important for us to set goals so we can achieve them. And my final tip to you guys is the harder you work, the luckier you get. You might see us as entrepreneurs just go, wow, they're so lucky. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be like, oh my God, Paula, you're so lucky. You have everything that you want. I work 20 hours a day, every day. I have the best job in the world, but I work a lot harder than 99.999% of the people that I've met around the world. So what do I have in return? I have everything I want in return. But the harder you work, the luckier you're going to get. So you need to work very hard to be able to transform what you love into a business, find the market opportunity, have the right budget, have the right pricing, build the right community, and make sure that you have a profitable business that is always growing with the right combination of business and revenue model. And finally, final reminders, the 10th time I mentioned, money is everywhere. Everywhere. People still need to eat, work out, study, have a good time, buy clothes. During COVID, we buy more comfortable clothes. During winter, we need warm clothes. You're not going to start a ski clothing business in the middle of Sydney summer. So how can you get money at the right time with the right community? By solving the right problems. If I'm going to go skiing, I need winter clothes. If I'm going to go to my beach house for the weekend in summer, I need bikinis. Will I buy new bikinis every year? Absolutely. But am I going to buy bikinis in the middle of winter? Absolutely not. They can be on the biggest discount. Sunglasses. Who's wearing sunglasses while they're working from home? Nobody. Who's putting petrol in the car? Almost nobody. But who has signed up for Zoom? Who has purchased something online? Who has had something delivered to the home in the last week? Most of us have. So money is everywhere. But what problem are you solving? What is the right price? How are you going to manage this business in an innovative way with the right business and revenue model? So I invite you guys to follow me on Instagram. I post every day a little free business tip to help you guys achieve all of your goals. I'll be posting a little bit more about finance over the next few days because I've received a lot of questions from you guys. And also follow the Academy of Entrepreneurs page. We also put daily business tips and ebooks and recommendations for your business, and everything in there is free. So go in and make the most of this information that we're giving you guys. And if you want to talk to us about anything else, I'll leave here our email. So if you want a copy of the slide, just send an email to info@aistudy.com, or you can send us a WhatsApp if you've got any more questions about what we spoke about, or you want to have more information on one of these topics. And remember, you're the boss of your future. You can achieve all of your goals forever and ever and ever. But the harder you work, the luckier you're going to get. So put that step forward, test a new idea. Take a little bit of a risk every day, but go forward. Work towards your goal, but you need to have a goal towards working. It's not just skydiving, jump off a plane, just go, it's going to be fun starting a business. No, it's have a strategy, have a goal, and work towards it. Cool. So I am going to stop sharing. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I will stay back to answer all of your questions. So unmute yourself, put your camera on, and now you guys have all of the time to ask me questions. So let me see. I've got here. Hi, Paula. Can you address about what permissions documentation you need in general for an international? Oh, awesome question. So you guys, if you have a valid student visa, go on the ABN lookup page and you can register your ABN, Australian business number. You can register your business there. And it's for free for international students. As long as you've got a valid student visa, you can register your ABN, Australian business number, for free. So if you just, I'll put it here. So just literally go on Google and go ABN. Cool. Let me see the next question. Oh, Zara's here. Thanks for joining, Zara. Very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome, Zara. Minnie, okay, can you please share the PowerPoint? Minnie, if you could please email info@AEstudy, and then we will share the slides with you. Let me just go here. And anything you guys want, and let me know what else you guys want me to talk to you guys about. We've got about 10 sessions booked with Study New South Wales. So we're going to be doing another one on productivity. We're going to be doing one on success stories for international students that are making thousands to millions of dollars with a business. So let us know what you want to learn so we can build more workshops for you guys. So message us directly on Instagram. Can you please send us the slides? Charlene, please send us an email. We'll be able to do that. Kenny, you said you have a question. Where is Kenny? Hi, Kenny. Nice to meet you.
So,
hello.
I came in quite late, so I'm just wondering, could I get a video of it, like the recording?
You can. Yeah. We are recording. Send us an email to info@AEstudy, and we'll send you a copy of the recording. It will probably take us about 24 hours to send you the recording because it's a large file, and it takes Zoom about 24 hours to give us access to the whole file for us to upload it to YouTube. But yes, you can have it. Just send us an email. Shri said, would you please explain what types of loans are available? If you are on a student visa, almost zero, because it's very risky for a business to give a student a loan. Meanwhile, you guys can jump on a plane, disappear, and never come back and pay the loan back. So if you are Australian and you're watching today, there's many loan options from banks to multiple options. Just go in Google and you find them. If you send me an email, I can send you a list of places you guys can speak to. But if you're on a student visa, it's most likely that the easiest way to get a loan is asking family, friends. To start the business, maybe Shri, start the business without needing money. So say you're going to start, let's say, the chocolate brownie business. Go on Facebook, promote your business, sell $10 brownies, collect $1,000, go and make it, and then post it over. So you don't even need to have the ingredients until you've converted the sale. So a lot of businesses you can start without money. You can start by just making posts on social media. Any other questions? Andrea Mendes, do you have any questions? Anyone has any questions? No? Cool. Guys, you've got my Instagram, you've got my Facebook, you can add me on LinkedIn. Okay, what is my opinion on Gaurav said on drop shipping? Gaurav, we at Academy of Entrepreneurs, in our school, we do teach drop shipping. I think right now is very, very, very hard because you don't know how long it's going to take to come to Australia. So often when we drop shipped pre-COVID, we could say product guaranteed in 7 to 10 days. I am bringing some products at the moment from China, and what used to take us 7 days, it's now taking us 90 days to get the product into Australia. And because of COVID restrictions, custom holds it for a long time. So drop shipping is an amazing business. If you could drop ship from Australia to Australia, so if you can find something, I don't know, Australian mugs made in Australia, great. But if you're going to be drop shipping from China, like we all used to do to make money, it's very hard because customers, if you need, I don't know, a standing desk for you to work from home during COVID, you want that standing desk in your house in 2 to 3 days. And your customers will not wait 90 days for a lot of products. So drop shipping is an amazing business model, but with COVID restrictions, with airports and delays, it's not the easiest way to make money as it was 2 years ago. So Shri saying, thank you, you're welcome. Please, can you try to pre-order business model? Absolutely, everybody does it. Everybody, and it's the best way because you can validate people need it, and then you just collect the money before, and you have profit from day one. Absolutely, you should super do it. Charlene, yes.
Hi, I'm Smriti. I just wanna ask. I haven't decided yet, but I wanted to become a social entrepreneur. I just feel I don't want to do something just for like profit or so, but I want to I want to create an impact in terms of returning something to the society, and I want to do something related to the environmental sector. Say for example, asking people little money, like to say buy some plants and then plant it somewhere. Something like that. Do you think that can be a business? Like
100%. I've just put a link here with some friends over at the United Nations and some other organizations around the world. We created a social enterprise course. So if you just click on the link, you've got the whole program there on how to start a social enterprise. Look, the more you build a business that offers a solution, so you're offering value to your customers and making the world a better place, the more people are buying. And I know that during COVID, all of us have looked at ways that we can save money. But if I can buy a coffee for a little bit more, and I know that it's feeding a family in Colombia, or it's quality organic beans from this amazing farm somewhere in, I don't know, Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, oh my God, we're all doing it because we all care about businesses that are socially responsible, polluting less, giving back, creating opportunities, whether it's for orphans, for students, for COVID patients. So 1,000% recommend you guys all to have a social entrepreneurial purpose behind everything that you guys do. And this is right at the beginning. I explained the IKIGAI is doing what you love that makes the world a better place, that you're great at. And it's right around that is how can you solve problems in the world by doing what you love and making the world a better place. So it's beautifully going in that space. That is my space of expertise in entrepreneurship. So follow me on Instagram, you'll see lots of tips, and have a look at this link that I've posted because that's exactly what you need to get started. But 1,000% go for it. It's a lot easier to build a community and have customers buying from you when you do what you love, and it's creating an impact, especially in the environment that we've all realized in the last year, the importance of the environment for our health, for our space, for everything. So that's beautiful of you. Where are you from, Shmuti? What country are you from?
I'm from India. At present, I'm doing my PhD at NSW.
Oh, wow. Amazing. amazing. We're doing some beautiful projects in India in the next couple of months. Click on the link and have a look and let me know if you've got any questions. But amazing. Yeah, definitely need. Thank you.
Well,
Amazing.
do we still have more time? Because I think we got more couple of questions in the chat box.
Yes, I've seen. So here, Paula, is there any class on how to improve your LinkedIn profile? Yes, Luna, we have done LinkedIn. Luna, if you go, we've put a couple of them on our YouTube. So if you go in Academy of Entrepreneurs YouTube channel and you typed in LinkedIn, you'll be able to see that. We've done 2 sessions for Study New South Wales on LinkedIn. I can do a few more. Let me just speak to Study New South Wales. But if you send us an email, I can send you the recordings of the LinkedIn ones, because you need LinkedIn as an entrepreneur and you also need LinkedIn if you're looking for a job. So we've done the 2 different types of webinars. What else do we have? Fatima, beautiful name. Is it okay to start advertising the business on Instagram, or is it better to have a website? Interesting question. Amazing question, Fatima. I spoke to Martin from our team that designs a website, and he was talking about in the future, we won't be using websites. We're going to be purchasing most of it through Instagram, Facebook, or platforms like Shopify. So huge market. We've changed so much our buying behavior. And often we see something on Instagram, and then when we click, we scroll up and it goes into a landing page. It's not a very solid website. So you can absolutely start a business. I think it's always good having a website. You can build a website for free these days and maybe has like a summary of what you're offered. But Instagram needs to be very active. Like my Instagram, I use it on a daily basis, I update, and that drives a lot more sales than our website at Academy of Entrepreneurs. So 1000%, Fatima. Beautiful, very smart question. Very, very, very good.
Thank you.
And we have also one question from Charlene.
Charlene, let me just go back. I want to start an online business, but sometimes I'm lost regarding how to do things like logistic, marketing, campaign. So if you're going to start an online business, it's all about digital marketing. It's called A/B testing. So you test different colors and different buttons and different prices until you can figure out what your customers want. The beauty of digital businesses is that it takes very little for you to start, and you get instant feedback. Like right now, if I open Academy of Entrepreneurs Instagram, I know how many people visited, they engaged, how many people purchased. Same with our website. I can open and pull a report on Google Analytics, and I can see exactly what people are searching to come into our website, how much time people are spending there, and how are they navigating from one page to another. So online is the easiest way, but you need to be in front of a computer all day long looking at trends from TikTok to Instagram to LinkedIn to Twitter, to how you can automate your performance by literally looking at data, which is easy and free to collect amongst most platforms. And I'll give you guys an example. I was speaking to one of our students. She sells products, and she realized that a lot of people were putting her products in the shopping cart, but when it was about purchasing, they wouldn't purchase. And she just went, but it doesn't make sense. It's not like you're going into the Woolworths page or Amazon page that you push a bunch of things and then you take them out. She just went, it's clear that people want my product. And then she realized that she was charging $12 for shipping, which is exactly what the Australian Post Office was charging her. So she realized that as soon as people would put it on the cart, they'd be like, I can afford it, but no one wants to pay for shipping. So by looking at the data, what she did is she changed the price of her products, increased it by $12, and said free shipping. Her sales went skyrocket. She put $100 in the business and she made $100,000 on the first year of her business. Now she makes a lot more. But it was by looking at data on the back end of Shopify that she was able to do that. So Charlene, send us a message to info and we can organize some mentors or some programs to help you. But in your business, you need to find the right product, the right digital campaign, paid campaign, Instagram branding, website branding. You need to take a lot of things in consideration. And also payment gateway. A company like Shopify, they charge a fee and they do the payment, or you can build your own website on Wix, or you can convert sales on Instagram. Instagram had some big announcements yesterday in regards to how they want to become the biggest platform for shopping. So do look at Instagram as well, because at the moment, it's something like there's 1 billion people signed up for Instagram and 200 million business pages get viewed every day. So it's like, it's mental. When someone tells me like, I'm not on Instagram, I'm like, what? And when a lot of people go, oh, but I don't talk about my business on my personal Instagram, I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because if you don't love your business and you're not sharing your business, solutions to your community on your personal Instagram, you're never going to succeed. So you need to cross promote both of them. I have done Instagram for branding workshops for Study New South Wales. I did them, I think it was in December. So if you go on Study New South Wales or the Academy of Entrepreneurs page, you'll be able to see our Instagram for business. And if you can't find it, just send us a message to info and we'll be able to see it. Okay, Charlene said, thank you so much. Ying says, how do you develop strong online presence? Beautiful. Thanks, Ying, for sharing the LinkedIn. You guys are amazing. Guys, we have a beautiful campus, 2 campuses in the city. So as soon as the lockdown is over, what we can organize is maybe a face-to-face event, and we can all get together and we get some pizzas delivered and we can mentor you guys across different businesses. And for those of you guys that are on student visas, you can study with us as well. We've got Krakow, so we can put you guys on student visas. iPhone 2, once you have an idea that works, the first step you recommend, take that step, start telling people, start converting sales. Guys, no matter how amazing your business idea is, you're gonna make a mistake. So the best thing you can do is start and start. If you've got a business idea, go and create an Instagram page and a website. Take the first payment. If you make a mistake, apologize, give the money back. Start today. Always make sure you're taking a step forward. Step by step. It's not a jump, step by step. You need to step forward, like not even on a daily basis. I take steps forwards. Nico works with me. Every minute I'm taking a step forwards. Every day I finish this workshop, next step and next step and next step. So you need to do the same. I provide a service and work on my ABN, but having business is different. For example, how do I tell Australia the name of my business? I need to open a bank account. Okay, so once you register your business name, you go to your bank and you register. I love banking. I've got multiple banks, but I love business banking with Commonwealth. I think they're amazing. They charge no extra fees and their service is good. Their app is fantastic. They never let me down. I love Commonwealth. I do bank with other banks, but I find them the cheapest, the best one. You take that ABN certificate to your preferred bank that does business banking. And then from there, you register your business and you can start taking money. Because I think that, so my name is Paula Mills. I can't sell the services of Academy of Entrepreneurs and send a Paula Mills invoice. It looks dodgy. So if I own a business called Academy of Entrepreneurs, I need to have an Academy of Entrepreneurs Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, bank account, email address, no Gmail, so I can pass the credibility. So it builds the whole ecosystem, and registering a business is for free. Setting up a bank account is for free. And you can go on Facebook Marketplace and places like that, charge the customers, and then deliver the product and service. So it's very low risk to do a business in Australia. Unlike a lot of countries, I know that in Europe, you pay a fee to register your business. Then you pay a monthly fee. In Australia, we don't have that. Balaji said, what do you think about the future of the banking sector? Well, the beauty of it is that it's more digital every day, so it adds more transparency. So every time we get paid through Academy of Entrepreneurs by a student, it goes on zero, and the Australian government has access to the data. So it's a lot easier, costs less money to operate, and it's got a lot more transparency and honesty in it, which is amazing. But obviously, things like blockchain technology are going to take over. But I personally am not the biggest fan of putting all eggs into the basket. I know some international students don't work and all they do is buy and sell crypto. I think it's still good to have a solid business, but if you're amazing and playing with the crypto trends, go for it. But yeah, the future of the banking sector, it's not even the future. What we have at the moment is already a lot more than what we had 12 months ago, and everything's going to be online. And what I think soon and hopefully will happen is we're no longer going to be paying tax the way that we're doing. It's like, for example, Academy of Entrepreneurs, we operate in 100 countries. So it's not fair that we pay tax in Australia. Meanwhile, we've got students in India, Vietnam, and the Philippines. So I think we need to have more a balance between how we pay tax. Like, I was living for many years overseas and I never understood why I was paying tax in Australia. When I live in Australia, I will pay tax in Australia. But if I'm living in the Philippines, I would rather pay tax in the Philippines, even if it's more, but I'm consuming the city. So I think that there'll be a lot of changes in that way, because at the moment you can bring a product from China and through online channels like Facebook or Shopify, you can sell it to customers in Europe, but then you pay tax in Australia. So that's definitely going to change. Definitely. When is it going to change? I don't have a crystal ball. And even if the government told me, I wouldn't be able to tell you guys the new changes are coming soon. But I can say that Australia is the greatest country for you guys to start. We've got the strongest economy. We're multicultural. We have one of the lowest unemployment. And we have this beautiful tax system where a lot of the things that we spend to operate our business, such as buying a car and petrol and internet and phones and laptop, becomes tax deductible through our business expenses. So it deducts of the profit of a business. I can't give you guys full facts on accounting legally. I know everything, but I can't tell you guys because I'm not a registered accountant, but I can organize for an accountant to come and do a workshop for you guys. So just send us a message and then I'll help you guys with it. Cool, guys. I'm here to help you guys with anything you guys want. Nico and I are running a productivity workshop for entrepreneurs and business, like early young business owners. So you guys will have Nico and I think it's on Wednesday next week.
Yeah,
and then
it is.
right, on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and the following week on the 22nd, we're bringing in 4 very successful international students that study at Employability to talk about their experience on how they succeeded, so you guys can learn from their experience and succeed even faster. So amazing seeing you guys. Add me on LinkedIn, Instagram, so we can stay in touch. And I'll see you guys hopefully on Wednesday and for many more events as well. See you guys. Stay safe, stay happy, stay positive. There's lots of opportunities for all of us. And send me ideas on your businesses so I can help you guys. Thank you, guys.